Hello YouTube, what's up? Welcome to another episode of PWE Plastic Wrestling Emotions. And today we have a very special video because today it's all about one of the greatest female wrestlers of all time. I am talking about Asuka. Because, I don't know, but do you remember the time from, let's say, 1988 to 2012? You know, when the ladies division consisted of Thank you, AJ. Exactly. And then, of course, this woman came.
無理に決まってるやろお前らがわしらに勝てるわけないやろね
Well, yeah, I think you get the point. So, today is our very special Asuka episode, and this episode of PWE Plastic Wrestling Emotions starts right now. It's plastic time! So, and of course I say today is a very special Asuka episode of PWE because, well, we have all three of her elite figures so far here. First of all, we have NXT Takeover figure that I think came a little bit after her legendary 1.5-year reign as NXT champion, or NXT Ladies Champion, of course. Next in line, we have the Elite 47A figure of Asuka. And, of course, if this is an Asuka special, we can't do it without her last figure until this date, her Network Spotlight figure. So, let's open all three. I'm so excited because by now you must realize that I am a huge Asuka fan. Let's start and open the figures. Let's start, of course, with the first figure, which is her NXT figure. First of all, we have the NXT packaging, which I always liked a lot for the X shape, of course. Sometimes Mattel does a real great job with those figures, and sometimes Mattel does a great job with the packaging. So I really like, of course, the NXT color scheme. It says here, Asuka NXT debut on October 7th, 2015. We see Asuka in the box with her entrance mask, and in the background we can somehow see tomorrow, and there must be something else. We will find out once we open the package. On this side of the package we have a picture of her and her name and Elite Collection sign. What a beautiful picture. We have the other figures in the line, which are Shinsuke Nakamura and two AEW wrestlers, FTR, so to speak, the tag team that is the hot shit at the moment, and of course Asuka here. So, the text on the top says her NXT debut was on October 7th, 2015. She is from Osaka, Japan. Her finishing move is the Asuka Lock. A ferocious warrior, Asuka relishes in the glory of in-ring battle. From her relentless pulverizing strikes to her merciless submission holds, there's only one way to describe the Empress of Tomorrow: dominating. Yeah, and there's a lot of truth to that. So, I learned that if you want to open those NXT packages, you best do it from the top. Because it's not so easy to do from the side. So we use our trusty knife, get all of those, and then with a strong rip, yeah, because of course it is X-shaped. Here we have a bubble, and I like this little detail. Tomorrow brings danger. That's really nice. Nice packaging. So, and here she is, the Empress of Tomorrow. Let's get her out of the prison. And right away, there's a few things that I want to talk about. First, of course, it's the accessory in this packaging, and it's her mask with a green mist, with a green slime. Like that mask, out of all the masks that she comes with, I like it the best. Let's put it to the side and look at the figure. And this one is a little bit, just a little bit disappointing, because if you take a look at her face, it doesn't look like her real face at all. Pretty disappointing face, and with that smear here, the whole face is ruined. And it's a shame, because the figure overall is fantastic and just awesome work by Mattel. I mean, look at the detail. And in this case, if you say to a male wrestler sometimes, oh, look at the detail, the nice print on his black trousers. Yeah, forget about that. I mean, look at this figure, how awesome every single detail of this figure is. From her boots, kick pads, I mean, this print here, fantastic, to the knee pads and the tassels here. Her, I don't know actually, how is that called? Bra? It's not a real bra, but the print here and her tassels here, everything, the hair, everything is perfect. Just the face scan somehow is completely off. And it's a shame that they even reused this on the Elite 47A. Because, like I said, I don't think it looks like her at all. So probably this is the one figure that I will display with her mask on. I don't know yet, but it's possible. Look at that. Amazing. And what I want to talk about with this figure, it's a shame that she has only the mask as an accessory, because this woman was the dominating force in NXT. For 1.5 years, she was the champion. And she, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, she even, so to speak, retired from NXT unbeaten and became part of the main roster. So where is her belt? Where is the NXT Ladies Championship? It's not there, and it's a shame. So Mattel, you definitely missed something on this figure. The figure itself is glorious. I mean, we can talk about the details all day long. And the articulation is nice. She's exactly how I like figures. A little bit on the stiff side, but not too stiff. So everything is right. Just missed out on the belt. And of course, the face is not really perfect. So let's continue and go on to the next figure. I don't know actually how long it took from the NXT figure to her Elite Series 47A figure. But a little while later, this figure came. And Asuka is one of those people. She's in her private life, if you follow her on YouTube, you will see how creative she is, and that she was all her life creative, painting and drawing comics and writing and doing a lot of crazy stuff. So that reflects perfectly in her gear, because every time you see this woman, she has something different going on. The packaging, again, very nice. Beautiful picture of Asuka. I like it a lot. Here it still says NXT. Again, same picture. Her hair by that time changed and the green was gone. Look at that picture, fantastic. And here we have, of course, the usual details given to us by Mattel. Asuka is 5'3" tall in meters. It's 1 meter 60 centimeters. She's from Osaka, Japan. Her ring attire in this case is from October 2015, so not too long after that NXT figure. Her signature move hadn't changed at that point, the Asuka lock, and career highlight, NXT Women's Championship. Here we have the other figures in a line. It's Kevin Owens, Cesaro, AJ Styles, Tatanka, one of my favorites, and the Big Boss Man. And if you collect all of those figures, you can build that diorama, which we won't do. All right, so with that being said, let's get Asuka Series 47A out of her package. And in this case, I can already say that, even if she's not yet out of the package, they reused the head scan, and that was not the best decision maybe, because I already mentioned the head scan definitely is off.
いいに決まってるやろ
The mask again is pretty nice, but just not my favorite. Like it a lot. Nice detail going on. The hair, perfect. It's the same hair without the green. She got a little bit more tassel action going on than the last time. And I mean, look at the detail. Overall, it's just amazing. Even those like I am not a boots, kick pads, everything just perfect. Tassels here, like in real life, at her right leg tassels, not over there. It's perfect. I mean, the guy who's responsible for the color and the painting and the printing of those figures, he must go crazy when he hears, okay, we have a new figure, Asuka is coming out. Even that, everything is just nice. Here we have the first time a little bit bluish violet thing going on that later became her trademark. So even that figure, pretty nice. I don't like the head scan at all. Again, it's a little bit sad that there's nothing more than the mask. Mask fits her head pretty good. Works just like the sunglasses that we see sometimes. You can put it right under her hair and it sticks. So that's nice. Figure awesome, but the head scan again pretty bad. So of course, every normal person would be like, okay, I have 2 Asukas. That's a lot. That's okay. I like the figures overall. They're fantastic. That's enough. Of course not, because then what we saw next was the WWE Network Spotlight figure with True FX and a new head scan, and it was just fantastic. It came with entrance crown and entrance mask. I'm not even so sure when she was wearing it. I think at NXT Takeover Brooklyn 3 should be somewhere on the... Oh yeah, it's there. Okay, so let's go over the package. Here we have, of course, her name. Front, we have True FX. On that side, beautiful picture of the woman. And this picture, fantastic. The only thing I'm sad with this figure is there was a talk before that figure came out that she would be coming with her entrance robe. And that's of course missing. And that's one thing, if Mattel would release a Asuka figure now that's identical with this one, just coming with the entrance robe, I would get it right away again, because that would be a complete highlight. Maybe something for, let's say, an Ultimate Edition Asuka. Wink, wink. Okay, so we have all the usual details. The text here reads, at NXT Takeover Brooklyn 3, the Empress of Tomorrow retained her NXT title and maintained her undefeated streak. Check out Asuka's hardest hitting matches on the WWE Network. Other figures in the line include Diesel, Jinder Mahal and Rey Mysterio. And here it already says under career highlights, SmackDown Women's Champion and NXT Women's Champion. We can already say if Asuka keeps fighting like she's doing at the moment, her next figure will have the whole back just full of career highlights. Okay, so with that being said, let's get this figure out of the back. And actually, I don't know about you, but sometimes after watching wrestling now for over 30 years, sometimes I lose interest in wrestling for a few months, maybe even up to a year. And then there's always something that brings me back. And I have to say, last time, with all the corporate, boring, John Cena-esque WWE world that we live in, and I lost complete interest, and it was Asuka and it was ladies wrestling that brought me back, because it's just so awesome. And in my mind, of course, there's great wrestlers. There's a Charlotte Flair, who's really the most athletic woman in wrestling. There's the boss, Sasha Banks. There is, of course, the man. Then there is Bayley, but complete wrestlers and the best in everything that she does. That's just, for me at least, Asuka. Leave a comment and tell me what you think. First of all, of course, about ladies wrestling, and then what you think about Asuka. Who's your favorite in the women's division? But now let's get Asuka out of her bubble. So we have this fantastic, is it, how do you call that actually? Is it a helmet? I don't know. Is it a crown? I don't know. It's just, I like it. I like it a lot. It reminds me a little bit of Rey Mysterio. Is not necessarily what I think about when I think about Asuka. I would have preferred to have her entrance robe instead of this, but it's nice. It's new. It's something else. I like it. And of course we have the golden mask, which is pretty nice. And then we have this figure. And there is a problem with this figure that is well known. Look at that. Yeah, in the 80s you used to have Elvis on the dashboard going like that all the time. It's wobbly. I don't know why. I don't know what they did. It's a well-known problem of this figure. It's a shame. Because this figure could be the perfect Asuka. The head scan, no critique, just perfect. Hair is nice. Everything you see, all the details, they are right. I mean, look at that. The paint job is just awesome, fantastic. Look, I don't know what it is, if it is fishnet or whatever. I have no idea how you call that. Just perfect. And if I look at the figure, I saw other figures online that had little chippings here and there and paint scratches and everything going on. Nothing. This figure is just perfect. And then you have this wobbling action. It's really a shame, but since I won't be playing around with that every day, and display it on my shelf. And this one, in this case, I will probably display it without the mask because the face scan is just so spot on. It doesn't matter so much. Okay, so let's put that on. Look at this figure. Look at this figure. All the tiny details. Really, man, if that wobbling action wouldn't be there, it would be the perfect figure. But anyway, all three Asukas, what do you think? Which one is your favorite? I have to say, for me, it's a mix. As a figure, I like this one the most. The network spotlight. I like this mask the most. And probably, I'd say I like this gear the most. So this sounds like a job for a hairdryer and a head swap or something. I don't know yet. Or maybe I just leave them, I don't know. Because this mask, like her current makeup that she uses in ring on her face, is that, and I like that a lot. It reminds me a lot of great Japanese wrestlers like the Great Muta, for example. So I definitely like that and prefer that, but this gear and all the detail that's going on there is just fantastic. So let me know which Asuka is your favorite, what you think about ladies wrestling at the moment, what you think about Asuka. And of course, please support the channel. It means a lot. It means the world, as I always say. Leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. So every time I upload a new video, you will be notified. Which is, I promised originally to make 2 videos a week. But it already changed because I like making videos so much actually at the moment that I nearly upload every day. So come back and enjoy the videos. I hope you enjoyed this one. What do you think, Asuka? Perfect. So I hope you enjoyed the video and we see each other next time. Until then, have a great day, have a great week, have a great life. Goodbye.